Hello there folks, and welcome to another Facebook Live. My name is Dan from Organic Digital, and today we are talking about Facebook Messenger bots. We're showing you through Facebook Messenger bots and how they're created and putting one into place so you can see it in action as well and how they all come together. If this is your first Facebook Live or return into a Facebook Live, in fact we've been a little bit quiet on the lives recently. Look, as things happen, life gets in the way. You can see that there's a little bit of a new backdrop behind us. We're into some new digs here, but we're looking forward to having a more permanent setup that allows us just to hit the record button and record live whenever we want. But regardless of that fact, thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't come across our videos before, like I said, my name's Dan from Organic Digital, and at Organic we help manage, train and educate small to medium businesses with their Facebook advertising. And recently we've been getting into the world of Facebook Messenger bots, and let me give you a hot tip. When you start to go down the Messenger bot rabbit hole, it can get dark really quickly. It's a lot of fun, and you start to kind of have those wheels turn over in your head around the capabilities and the possibilities of it. But when I try to explain it to people, it is hard to kind of understand how they come together. And I think it's got to do with something like around the word bot, and that's the fact of what they call. I think they've actually got a branding problem more than anything, because as soon as people think about the word bot, they think of like Minority Report and robots taking over the world. But it's far from that. All I really try to describe Messenger bots is that they help open up the conversation with people and continue that conversation in a place where you usually wouldn't be able to open up that conversation with them, and they're never going to replace the role of a human being and human nature at the end of the day. So realistically, they get people about 80% of the journey through the way, but really it's up to human beings to finish that conversation and have that human interaction to confirm and get that conversion at the end of the day. So, but there are some amazing things that you can do before you actually get there. And we've created a couple of messenger bots for our own business as well as clients as well. I'm actually going to show you through one today where we've created for some upcoming events in real life events that we've got. So not the robotic side of things. So you can actually see how you can get that real life interaction through the use of an automated bot. So I want to switch over to my screen so you can actually see how it all comes together, and I'll show you through what we call MiniChat, which is basically where we set up the messenger bot. So let's get over there now. Okay, so this is MiniChat, and MiniChat is a third-party platform that connects directly through to your Facebook page. They do have a free version, they have a pro version as well, which has some additional benefits to it. We've got the pro version that's $10 a month. For what we use it for, it's definitely worth it, and the capabilities of it. But this is what they call a Facebook automation flow. And as you can see, it can get pretty confusing pretty quickly. But I guess if you think of it kind of like a choose your own adventure sort of thing, where people select different buttons and they can either select them according to the answers that you give them. You can offer manual options. They can also free type options in there as well. And depending on what behaviors they've performed, they can go down different paths as well. So like I said, it is a little bit of a choose your own adventure. And what we've actually done is we've created this flow for our upcoming Facebook advertising workshop series, which I'm going to chat more about at the end. But basically there's a beginner, intermediate and advanced level of workshops. And I just wanted to give people the opportunity to find out which is the most suitable for them, because it's one of the most common questions we've got is to which one I should come along to, and they're not quite sure as to where to grade themselves as far as their Facebook advertising knowledge. So I've created this to basically make that job easier. So I ask them a couple of questions straight up front, and depending on what they reply, I send them down different paths and different behaviors. Once they get to the end and I spit out basically an answer to say your recommended event is this, this or this, then I've got a link directly to the book-in page, of course, where they can go and they can confirm a ticket there as well. I haven't built in some of the more advanced functionality that we have also done with other clients where, like I said, you can get some more manual information. So MiniChat has a capability of connecting to third-party platforms or other third-party platforms. It would use like your CRM, so your email subscriber database, so people can manually type in their emails and then they can send them directly to your email database, and again that can trigger another kind of automation in your CRM system as well. So you've kind of got this double-pronged approach, targeting people and sending them relevant information. And that's really the key thing with messenger bots, is that they can be highly individualized and people will prefer that convenience to be able to find the solution that is right to them and be able to have that interaction and easily have that interaction in an environment where they're comfortable, as opposed to having to go through probably a lot of the hoops that generally as companies we tend to put our customers through. So it removes a lot of those friction points. So what I want to do is I want to show you how they come together. Now I can easily preview each of these MiniChat options here as well, but you can, what I've actually done is I've set up a Facebook ad, obviously, to drive people through to my messenger bot. So there's a couple of different ways you can get them in there. First of all, you can have a Facebook advertisement that there is an objective in Facebook advertising called Get Messages, and you can basically connect your MiniChat system there through either an automated message or what they call a JSON message, which is a little bit more advanced, but it's in a MiniChat system. By the way, their system is amazing. Their support is really good. They have a whole bunch of videos and support articles there that help give you the answers that you're looking for, and they're putting a lot more development and advancements in their system, so they're only going to get better throughout 2018. If you haven't thought about messenger bots yet, it's time to start thinking, because I think this time next year it's just going to be part of people's marketing strategy. So the other way that you can get people is by sending them a link. You can set up different things on your website as well, but I've set up a Facebook campaign, and this is the post here that looks pretty much like a normal Facebook advertisement, so a normal link ad that will pop up in their newsfeed, but instead of it going through to a website and them clicking on a link and them having to put their details, or maybe they go straight through to the event page, landing page as well, I've got this kind of bot interaction here as well. Now, one thing that I like to do in these ads as well, because they are relatively new for users, I usually call out the fact that it's going to open up in Messenger, because some people aren't quite used to clicking on something and then getting taken off of Facebook and into their Messenger, and I think there's like a bug or something wrong with it. So I like to call it out in the copy. That's why I've said here, opens inside for Facebook Messenger to have a chat with us. So once they actually click this, or they tap this here, and I'll show you what it looks like in my own Messenger. So this is my messages coming through to my personal Facebook account. As you can see, I've been playing around with it before, but this is the first question to get started. So I basically ask people if they want to engage, and they confirm they do. So they just hit the Get Started button. And then once it comes through to the next couple of things, then I basically take them down on that choose your own adventure kind of thing. So basically I call out for starters, or I say, I give my bot a little bit of personality as well. So I call him Bot Dan, and I'm here to help you choose which your event. So I actually say it's a robot, and to give it a little bit of personality helps keep that personal aspect as well. And then Human Dan Design, so obviously that's me, just go and design the workshops. And I offer the option, there's an automated rule as well, that if anyone just doesn't want to actually go through the bot aspect, they can just type help me choose, and that sends me, human Dan, a notification to say, hey, there's someone that wants a hand, and I jump into the page's Facebook Messenger, and then I can just manually have a chat to them as a human being. So these are the first couple of questions I was asked. I asked people, and I've designed these questions based on stuff that I commonly ask clients to determined sort of where they're at in their Facebook advertising journey. So have you done your own Facebook advertising before? Yes. So all these buttons that basically goes through a different kind of flow. I can also add in these sort of time delays, so it kind of looks like there's someone typing in the background and is thinking about it, and it still has that personal aspect. Great. When you set up your Facebook ads, do you use Facebook Ads Manager or the Boost button? I, of course, use Facebook Ads Manager. Don't use the Boost button. If you do use the Boost button, you might need to come along to one of my events, and I'll show you how to use the Facebook Ads Manager properly. So, of course, we use Facebook Ads Manager. Once we select that, nice. Again, I've got a bit of personality in these messages as well. And then it says, it's the last question that I often ask people, and this sort of sorts the advanced from the intermediate people. So, do you have a pixel on your website? Yes, I do have a Facebook pixel, which we're going to cover as well. Great. Sounds like you'd be suited to the advanced event, creating high converting Facebook ad funnels. It's on Wednesday, March 14th, a little bit of a plug, and a couple of times. I'll just grab the event details for you now. I send this card through. This is called a card, so there's different elements. I can send videos, I can send audio, images. This is all linkable. That does take me, if I select that does take me off to the Eventbrite page. There it is for me to register, and I also offer a 20% off code, which you're going to get a sneak peek as to what that is. And then it says, okay, we'll just grab that for you. Thinking about it. Okay, here's your discount. It's called Bot Dan. Really original, right? And here's the event link to the event registration again, and people can go and register from there. Now, the other thing that you need to consider with Facebook Messenger is it still is permission marketing, in that just like you would send an email to people and you would ask people their permission to send your emails, and they need to subscribe, they also need to subscribe to your Facebook Messenger bot. And Facebook are monitoring these conversations to make sure that pages aren't basically abusing their privilege of getting into people's messenger inbox. And there are a lot of people that aren't using these properly, and they are getting their accounts banned and their Facebook page inbox shut down because they're using it too much and they're messaging people too much and they're spamming them. So it's also a great thing from a user perspective that, you know, they really are the gatekeepers to be able to control the messenger experience. And, you know, like nowadays, with so much email marketing out there, I mean, you can go out and you can buy an email list for a couple $100, and it might have 1,000 or a few thousand people on it. You can't do that with Facebook Messenger. They just simply don't give up their data. So you've got to go through Facebook to contact these people. Once they give it permission, though, and if you treat them with respect, and Facebook is seeing that those users are engaging back with you, then they're more likely to let you continue contacting them. But they do have some things in their terms of service where you've got time limits as to how long since their last message you can continue to contact them. So they've got this kind of 48-hour rule, basically, that after they have that first interaction, if they haven't interacted with you again since then, and then you need to get permission from them again. So you can send them another message, but it's got to be, hey, would you like to see this? Or you've got to offer some sort of value like you would in the Facebook newsfeed to get them to take action. Whereas if you just blast in promotional messages, you'll get banned. So you need to actually give them an option to, yes, I would like to see that, and then you can send them the piece of content or the promotion after that as well. So there's a few different nuances to it, but the capabilities of it are fascinating to me. I think this is going to be a huge trend. We said that in our article at the end of 2017 about the trends to keep an eye on for 2018, that this is just going to be continuously a continuous rise in the amount of Facebook Messenger bots out there, and Facebook want that human interaction. They want people to have that personal interaction. messenger bots that allows you to do that. You can deliver some really fascinating information to people that is so individualized, and they actually appreciate it. Like most people that we've seen interacting with the bots are like more thankful that they can have a proper conversation and get the information that's relevant to them, and that kind of outweighs the fact that it's an automated program. So don't think for a second that people aren't going to interact with it because it's a robot. People are past that now, particularly Facebook advertising, Facebook users, and the people that Facebook are going to show these advertisements to as well. They know that they're in Messenger and having a lot of conversations, so they're more likely to see these advertisements. So anyway, that's Facebook Messenger bots. Again, a really fascinating aspect to your advertising strategy that you should be looking into. We're certainly going to be offering it to more of our clients and offering it as a new service as well. In the meantime, though, I have been talking about our Facebook events that we've got coming up. I, of course, need to mention those and the 3 events that we've developed from a beginner, intermediate, and advanced level. You can go through the Facebook Messenger bot to find out which one is most suitable to you. They are held in Melbourne, so they're held upstairs where I am here at the moment in Fairfield, Victoria in Melbourne. So apologies to people that are too far away to travel and are watching this after the fact. They do start on Wednesday, the February 28th, and they're on March 7 and March 14. So we've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. 3 weeks after one another. I've got one session at 9:30 a.m. and I've got another session at 6 p.m. that for those people that want to come after work as well. There's a couple of options there. I'll drop the links and information as well as the link to this post so you can start to have a chat to that messenger bot if you would like. And I would love to see you at the events that we've got coming up. Love to meet some of the people there in person and teach you more about Facebook advertising depending where you're at in your overall Facebook advertising journey. For the advanced class, we will be talking about Facebook Messenger bots and going into some more details about this and the capabilities of that. For the other sessions, we'll touch on them, but there'll be some follow-up information and the opportunities to get some more learning after that fact as well. But it's great to be back. Really appreciate your company today. Look forward to hitting the live button more often from now on. If you've got any questions, comments, good, bad, or otherwise, just leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll chat to you soon. Bye-bye.